What if I told you the bloodiest war in Gaza's history started with a music festival and ended with over 30,000 dead? On October 7, 2023, Hamas launched the deadliest attack on Israel since 1973. Civilians were killed, hostages taken. Shock turned to rage. Israel responded not with a counterstrike, but with a storm. Gaza lit the match. Israel dropped the firestorm. The world tweeted. The bombs fell. The silence grew louder. And just like that, we hit repeat on a war older than most of its victims. Welcome to PastCast, where the past echoes through the present. What do you call a place with no power, no water, no medicine, and daily airstrikes? Gaza, 2024. Hospitals became morgues. Schools became ruins. Aid was blocked. Reporters killed. The UN called it a graveyard for children. Israel called it self-defense. Western leaders called for restraint. And Gaza? Gaza stopped calling because no one was picking up. 250 hostages, a nation frozen in fear. As weeks turned to months, Israel promised, "We will bring them home." But by 2025, only a few came back. The rest vanished into tunnels, bombed buildings, and political theater. Protests erupted in Tel Aviv. Parents held pictures. Netanyahu held on to power. The hostages became more than people. They became proof. Proof that the war had no heroes, only headlines. Gaza wasn't just a war. It became a marketplace. America sold weapons. China sold peace. Russia sold outrage. Iran armed the shadows. Hezbollah fired missiles. Yemen's Houthis joined in too, launching drones toward Tel Aviv like it was a weekly hobby. Saudi Arabia smiled. Turkey shouted. Everyone had a statement. No one had a solution. And while civilians dug for food, the world's powers dug for leverage. By 2025, over 30,000 were dead. Half of them women and children. Kids grew up surrounded by drones and funerals. One child picked up a crayon. Another picked up a rock. The lucky ones live-streamed it all. In Gaza, childhood isn't stolen. It's bombed out of existence. Peace wasn't missing. It was uninvited. The world begged for a ceasefire. Netanyahu said, "Not until Hamas is gone." Airstrikes intensified. Soldiers advanced. But so did the anger. His opponents called it madness. His loyalists called it strength. Historians will call it what it was, a gamble, with someone else's life on the table. Then came the strangest proposal of all. In 2025, Donald Trump revealed his vision for Gaza. Not a peace process, a beach resort. He pitched a US-controlled luxury haven, casinos, golf courses, a Trump Tower rising from the rubble. The displaced Palestinians? Relocated to Libya, Egypt, Jordan, maybe even Sudan. With incentives, of course. Critics called it erasure. Trump called it beautiful. A Gaza without Gazans, but with spa packages and valet parking. Forget 2 states. Try 2 infinity pools and a 5-star surveillance system. By 2028, Gaza wasn't just occupied. It was automated. AI scanned every streetlight. Facial recognition drones buzzed overhead. Israel called it efficient. Gaza called it a prison. Iran hacked what it could. Yemen's cyber division joined the fray. No boots, no blood, just code and chaos. Peace negotiations, handled by an algorithm, it crashed. In 2030, 3 futures are whispered. 1. Gaza gets its flag, but remains fenced, scanned, and starving. 2. No borders at all, just checkpoints, apps, and quiet apartheid. 3. The fire spreads. Lebanon, Syria, Iran, Yemen, a new regional war. The world forgets the hostages. again. If you're watching this in the year 2030 and Gaza still burns, ask yourself, was this war about peace or power? About faith or finance? Was this meant to end, or was it always meant to reload? Thank you for watching PastCast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.